The best way to fail at indie game development is to never try. But if you never try, then it could be argued that you'll never fail, so let's assume that you do try. Here's how to fail. No matter what game you're making, you probably don't have enough time to actually make it. So I'll give you some helpful advice on time management for indie devs. First things first, quit your job and drop out of school. I mean, you could do it if you really want. Once you get home from your job or school, you can get to work on your game, but not on an empty stomach, so make yourself some brain food first. Of course, you can't just eat food without watching an episode of your favorite anime or something. And yeah, even though you're done eating, you gotta finish that episode. Hopefully it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. Oh, snap. Time management is important, so now that you are sitting at your computer, first things first. Gotta check your emails and DMs, just in case a big company has reached out because they saw your post from 4 months ago about your game's generic mechanic that you still are trying to implement, and they want to award you a grant of $100,000 to fund your efforts. I mean, you gotta be available for something like that. Checking your DMs will likely remind you that you need to make a post showing off that one sprite you drew last week. So you quickly go to your social media of choice and... oh, look at that. That guy doesn't know how to drive at all. Wow, I can't believe she said that. Hey, Subway Surfer. When planning out your game development schedule, keep in mind that right when you finally open your game engine, you will inevitably get called away by your mom or significant other, or whomever it may be. You have to be ready for this because sometimes there's just... I'm recording audio for a video.
Can you help me bring the groceries
right now?
It's not like anybody's gonna hear
Well,
what
no,
I
it's
say.
that's not really... Yeah, I'll do that.
Or any job for that.
Yeah, I know. When you open your game engine at last, spend a few minutes finding some music to... Man, that dog is funny. But anyway, you can check the clock and see that you've been home from work or school for almost 3 hours now. That's a lot of time spent developing, and you probably need a break. Can't work on a stressed mind. And oh yeah, you need to do some research. I mean, you make games after all, you ought to know as much as you can about them, and what better way to do that than to play them? When planning out your game development schedule, keep in mind that there are other important things to do as well. But I ran out of time to include them in this video because I was learning how to say Lake Chargogogog Machungogog Chogbanagungumug. Yes, I just did that on my first take because I actually was learning how to pronounce it. I'm almost there. Chargogogog Machungogog Chogbanagungumug. Chabanagungumug. There are a lot of different skills that go into game development after all. Let's not forget the importance of diversifying. After all that hard work, it's starting to get late, and you deserve some you time. I mean, you can't be expected to work on your game all day long, right? So go play a game or watch a movie. There's a whole playlist of videos that will waste your time just as much on my channel. You should go watch them right now, because if you do, then you are bound to succeed at failure. Hey, thanks for watching. Fun fact, that actually was my first take of pronouncing Lake Chargogogog Machungogog Chabanagungumug. In fact, I thought that when I wrote the script that I would end up including a bunch of outtakes here at the end because it'd be funny. But then I gotta write the first time, which is kinda lame because now there's no outtakes. Instead, you just get to hear me talk about it. I know, so much fun, isn't it? I mean, don't blame me, I can't help being awesome.